Hello everybody. Um, I am making this video because I am feeling a little upset. It's been no secret that I have been a very open critic, very vocal critic of LGBTQ people. Some would say it's extremely ironic that I live where I live. I live in Elmwood, Buffalo, one of the most pro LGBT neighborhoods out there. The LGBTQ house is right up the street from me. Talk about moving into the lion's den, am I right? Um, I was always told, uh, ever since way back when I was in my early grades of high school, when I first made my disapproval known, I was always told, if you have the right to your opinion, but you don't always have the right to voice it. And that, for the longest time, I just sort of accepted. But I eventually came to a point um, where I realized that you don't always have the right to your opinion. I mean, you always have the right to your opinion, but you don't always have the right to voice it. By its very nature, that statement implies that, you will be given a time to voice your opinion. You just can't always do it, which is, acceptable to pretty much your opinion on anything. Um, but recently, I've come to notice that, okay, so I can't voice my disapproval of LGBTQ people here. I can't do it all the time, but when can I do it? And I know I'm not the first person to run into this. There are people who, like Ben Shapiro, who have been shunned or banned from certain places simply because of what they say. So essentially, the reason I'm here is because I was in this philosophy group. I've been a part of it for quite a while. I made a post on there. The post simply asked, should we censor LGBTQ plus whatever you want to stick at the end? Should we censor them like we censor smoking? And people commented, no, no, no. One guy actually said, let's go further and outlaw it. To which I say, I like your thinking, but I don't think we can quite do that. I don't think it would be constitutionally right. There was one guy, everyone else said no. And I began to argue, and one of the admins came on and said, this question makes me not like you. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, slow down there. I am no one too powerful. I am just a cashier that works at a gas station down the street, making minimum wage. Uh, so I don't feel intimidated. And if me simply asking a question in a philosophy group makes you not like me, I think it's your problem. Um, he eventually blocked me. I went and I talked to another admin. They got me back in. He said I said something which I didn't. I then called him out on it. He tried to delete it. I had a screenshot. I went to the other admin, but they essentially didn't respond. So I'm guessing they're not going to let me back in. I then went to another philosophy group on Facebook, and guess who was the admin there too? And I look at all his posts, and it's all about feminism and SJW stuff, and I'm like, oh, that explains it. So yeah, this guy's on there, and you know what type of guy he is now. So essentially, the question is, if I cannot always express my opinion on my disapproval of LGBTQ people, when can I express my opinion of it? And where? Now, some of you may remember the terrorist attacks that took place. I think one guy who did it, his name was Anders Breivik, and there was another one. And these people, I don't think technically they were terrorists. I think they were more hate crimes, but they did the hate crimes against Muslims, and they all said, both of them said, you know, essentially the reason we're doing this is because nobody's listening to us. And that is about exactly what you would expect. Throughout history, if you're a dictator and you don't listen to your people, it's only a matter of time till they go Henry VIII on you. Or, well, like what happened to Mussolini. If you simply ignore people or don't make them feel like they're being listened to, you're going to get some sort of uprising, revolution, or a bunch of hate crimes happening when people feel like you're prioritizing people over them. It's inevitable. Call it Thanos because it is inevitable. But essentially, you know, I've lived in this neighborhood, and there's actually been some people who have done some graffiti on, because you look in this neighborhood, there's stuff promoting medicine that helps with AIDS. I'm sure that has nothing to do with the majority of people who live here, but just so happens there's a lot of advertisements for like medicine that can help with AIDS and HIV. And some of them have been vandalized, not by me, but somebody. And I'm like, well, you know, there's someone else in this neighborhood who is pissed off at these people. You know, that's sort of what we're gonna get. You know, it's only a matter of time till people eventually say enough's enough. Words aren't working, so now it's time for action. And for all you people who are getting scared right now, I'd just like to make it perfectly clear, calm down. I am not going to commit some terrorist attack. I know that would not be the very, very good Christian thing to do. Now, is it not being a very good Christian thing to do the only reason I'm not doing it? Honestly, I can't answer that question. After being kicked out of this group that I've been a part of for so long, after the other things I've went on to previous videos about how I feel these people have wronged me, I simply cannot give you an answer to that question. Maybe I don't have the answer, maybe I don't know the answer, maybe I do know the answer, but I just don't want to say it. I'm extremely, as you may hear, the tone of this video is very different. I am extremely livid right now because I feel like I've lost quite a lot, because that post had a lot. And to someone like me who studies philosophy, like, to look at people and to listen to what they're saying, that is pretty big to me. You know, it's like people who get their YouTube channels shut down out of nowhere. Like, that's a lot lost. So essentially, because I am so angry right now, and I feel like I may just attack the next person that makes me angry, I'm going to do what I feel is the best thing. Going to stay in my room, put on some music, maybe read some things, some comic books, and that's that. Just try taking my mind off things. To all you Christians that are watching, you know, pray for me, pray that I get the, you know, the sort of love and the sort of tolerance and patience that Jesus Christ had to follow his commandment to love others as he loved us. If you're an atheist, don't worry. The next video I post will be exposing, with the help of What Do You Mean, Genetically Modified Skeptic. So, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. You guys are still going to be main targets here. And to anyone else watching, you know, due to this quarantine, David Wood has been posting material like twice a day, and I can feel Islam getting weaker with every post. So, that's that. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe to catch that next video.